Today is Saturday, May 24th, 2025. This is episode number 1144, titled Henderson Ethan's Goliath Story. Hi, I'm Andrew, your host, and welcome to the Daily Devotional Podcast, a space created to share uplifting Christian devotionals that encourage spiritual growth and inspire a deeper connection with God. We post a good word every day, Monday through Friday. You can watch live on YouTube at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We believe that even a few moments of reflection can bring profound change. If this message resonates with you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you're alerted to new devotionals. We'd also love for you to share this message on YouTube, Facebook. Feel free to post it on your personal profile or share it within relevant Christian groups you're part of. TikTok, consider using relevant hashtags like hashtag Christianity, hashtag faith, hashtag Daily Devotional to reach a wider audience. And also consider sharing it on Instagram. You can share a snippet in your stories or link to the full video in your bio. And X, formerly Twitter, a short, impactful quote or a link to the video can be very effective. Please share your insights by leaving a comment below. Your interaction helps us build a supportive community and ensures these messages reach those who need them. Our story today is Henderson Ethan's David and Goliath Story. Our scripture reference for this devotional comes from 1 Samuel chapter 17, where we find the incredible account of David and Goliath. In today's scene, you'll hear a conversation between Mark, a 40-year-old father, and his 18-year-old son, Ethan. Thank you for joining us today. And now our story begins.
Dad, can I talk to you for a minute?
Of course, Ethan. Come on in, have a seat. What's on your mind? You sound a little down.
Down is an understatement. I don't know if I can keep doing this job, Dad. I'm about ready to just walk out.
Whoa! Hold on a second. What's going on? What's making you feel that way?
It's Mr. Henderson, my supervisor. He's just impossible. No matter what I do, it's never good enough. He's constantly telling me I'm doing it wrong, that I can't get anything right. Honestly, Dad, I feel like I'm in a no-win situation.
I'm really sorry to hear that, son. It sounds incredibly frustrating and discouraging. It's tough when you feel like your efforts aren't being recognized.
Tough doesn't even cover it. I come home feeling drained and defeated every day. What's the point of even trying if he's just going to tear it down?
I understand that feeling, Ethan. It's natural to want to give up when you feel like you're constantly facing a wall. But I truly believe you can get through this. You have a strength inside you that you might not even realize right now. And while it's important to rely on yourself and your abilities, there's another source of strength we can tap into.
Oh, here we go.
Now, hold on. I know sometimes things about faith and God can sound like, well, as you might say, religious mumbo-jumbo. And sure, parts of the Bible can feel that way. But within those pages are also some incredibly powerful stories. Stories about real people facing real challenges, and how they overcame them by leaning on something bigger than themselves. These stories, even after thousands of years, still hold valuable lessons for our everyday lives.
So you're not going to tell me to just pray and everything will magically be okay?
It's more than just magic, son. It's about finding a source of strength and guidance that can help you navigate these tough situations. Look, you might not always trust the religious mumbo-jumbo, as you call it, but do you trust your old man?
I trust you.
Okay, then trust me when I say there's wisdom to be found in these old stories. Let me tell you about a young man named David and a giant named Goliath. Have you ever heard that story?
David and Goliath? No, I don't think so. What's that about?
Well, a long, long time ago in the land of Israel, there was a big problem. Their army was facing a Philistine army, and the Philistines had this giant. His name was Goliath. The Bible describes him as being over 9 feet tall.
Whoa, hold on, Dad. Now that's what I'm talking about. Come on now, a man 9 feet tall?
I know it sounds incredible, Ethan, but remember that guy in the Guinness Book of World Records? Robert Wadlow? He was almost 9 feet tall himself. So, while not every day, it's definitely within the realm of possibility. Anyway, This Goliath was covered in bronze armor, carried a massive spear, and he would come out every day and taunt the Israelite army. He'd basically yell at them, saying, "Send out your best warrior to fight me. If he wins, we'll be your slaves. But if I win, you'll all be our slaves."
9 feet tall? I bet everyone was terrified.
They were. The whole Israelite army, including their king Saul, was scared stiff. For 40 days, this Goliath would come out morning and evening, just shouting these threats. No one dared to go up against him.
Wow, for 40 days? That's a long time to be that scared.
It is. Now, during this time, there was a young man named David. He was just a shepherd boy, the youngest of 8 brothers. His older brothers were soldiers in Saul's army. One day, David's father sent him to the battlefield to take some food to his brothers and to check on them.
So he wasn't even a soldier?
That's right. He was just a kid, really, in comparison to these seasoned warriors and this giant. When David got to the battlefield, he heard Goliath's challenge, this huge man yelling and mocking the army of God, and something rose up in David. He was indignant. He couldn't believe that this uncircumcised Philistine was defying the living God and his people.
So what did he do? Did he try to fight him right away?
Well, the soldiers were still hiding in fear. David started asking around, "Who is this guy? Why isn't anyone doing anything?" King Saul heard about this young boy who was so bold, and he called for him. Saul saw David, just a young, ruddy shepherd boy, and he was skeptical. He said to David, "You can't fight this Philistine. You're just a youth, and he's been a warrior since his youth."
What did David say?
David replied with confidence. He told Saul about times when he was looking after his father's sheep, and he had to fight off lions and bears that tried to attack the flock. He said, "The Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine." David's faith was in God's power, not his own. King Saul, seeing David's conviction, finally relented. He even offered David his own armor. Can you imagine? This heavy, clunky armor meant for a grown warrior, and this young shepherd boy trying to wear it.
That must have been ridiculous.
It was. David tried it on, took a few steps, and said, "I cannot go with these, for I have not tested them." He took them off. Instead, he took his shepherd's staff, picked out 5 smooth stones from a stream, and put them in his shepherd's bag. And with his sling in his hand, he approached Goliath.
Just a staff and some stones against a giant in full armor? That doesn't sound like a fair fight.
It certainly didn't look fair to anyone watching. When Goliath saw David coming toward him, just this young boy, he was contemptuous. He mocked David, saying, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" He even cursed David by his gods.
Wow, he was really arrogant.
Absolutely. Goliath was so confident in his own size and strength. But David replied with words that showed where his true confidence lay. He said, "You come to me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied."
That's a powerful statement.
It was. David understood that this wasn't just a physical battle. It was a battle about who God was. And then David didn't hesitate. He ran towards Goliath. He reached into his bag, took out a stone, put it in a sling, and hurled it at the giant.
He hit him? With just one stone?
The Bible says a stone struck Goliath in the forehead, and it sank in, and he fell face down on the ground. Just like that, this massive, seemingly invincible giant was defeated by a single stone thrown by a young shepherd boy who trusted in the Lord.
Unbelievable. So what happened then?
With Goliath defeated, the Philistine army saw their champion was down. They turned and ran, and the Israelites pursued them and won a great victory that day.
Well, Dad, I see it now. Tell me if I'm on the right track here. David had been watching his father's sheep for a long time, right? And you said he fought off lions and bears. I mean, imagine a lion coming at you. You've got maybe 1 shot, maybe 2 with that sling before that lion pounces. God had already trained him to be fearless in those moments, facing those dangerous animals. He honed his skills out of necessity. So when he faced Goliath, it wasn't just blind faith. He took his faith in God, which steeled his confidence, and he had the skill of using that sling. He knew that if God protected him from a lion and a bear, then taking down Goliath was definitely possible in God's hands. I bet everybody else was terrified because they hadn't seen God work in that kind of direct, powerful way in their own lives, but David already had.
Yes, Ethan. Yes, boy, yes. To God be the glory. You got it, son. You absolutely got it. It wasn't just a blind leap of faith. It was a faith rooted in his past experiences where he witnessed God's protection and provision. He had seen God's glory firsthand in those encounters with the wild animals. That's exactly right. His confidence wasn't just wishful thinking. It was built on a foundation of knowing God's faithfulness. Okay, Ethan, so here's what I want you to do. Every morning, before you walk into that building, before you face Mr. Henderson, I want you to say a quick prayer. Remind yourself that you're not going into this battle alone. Remember David. Remember that God can use even the smallest things, even a shepherd boy with a sling, to overcome the biggest obstacles. And remember the words of Philippians 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Let that be your battle cry, Ethan. Let that be your reminder that you are not powerless. You have a source of strength that the world can't understand. I've also set a reminder for you at 8 a.m. every morning to say this prayer.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's devotion. We humbly appreciate your time and hope this message has been a blessing to you. As a reminder, we post new devotionals every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6:30 p.m. So it's absolutely free to subscribe for daily encouragement. Please do. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay updated. Share this message on all your platforms and leave us a comment. We truly value your feedback and love reading your thoughts. May God bless you.